Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10 Minutes Astrology Podcast. It is a podcast to offer you easy way to learn astrology from scratch. 10 Minutes Astrology aimed at beginner. You don't need to know anything about astrology. I'm Rod Chang, professional astrologer and the co-founder of Academy of Astrology.
Hi, everyone. I am Pablo Lopez. I'm a psychologist, an astrologer, and a tutor at the Faculty of Astrological Studies.
So from this week, we dedicate 7 episodes on the zodiac sign with element and the mode. As an experienced astrology teacher, I believe it is the best way to understanding the influence of the star sign, and it's the easy way to make interpretation because we know there is a 12 sign. I don't want to read all of them, but from Aries to Pisces, and there's a few ways to group them together because they share the same principle or character or they behave similarly. So like, for example, we can group the 12 sign by 4 different elements, also group the 12 sign by the 3 different modes. The first is element, and it's quite important because the ancient Greek philosopher believed everything in this world were composed by 4 classic elements. We call the fire, water, air, and earth. And the idea of this kind of 4 element is so fundamental and so important in Western civilization. Well, nevertheless, I mean, in Asia, in China or India, they have a different way of the classic element. Okay, so but we don't go there because nothing to do with today what we're going to talk about it. So I have to keep it simple. So for the next 4 episodes, we're going to focus about the element. We'll start with Earth, like Earth and the Earth element and their quality, and the Earth sign. They are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. But well, I want to kind of clarify, we are not just talk about sun sign in Virgo, sun sign in Taurus, or sun sign in Capricorn. Then it's quite interesting because this element, some ancient Greek philosophers think the earth element itself, okay, it's not talking about you are Taurus, you are like this, okay? It's earth element itself is blunt, dense, and immobile. So, I mean, this is quite interesting way to think. So, Alejo, how would you interpret the earth element?
Well, I always like to, when I think of the elements, I always want to approach them from our own experience of what the elements are. Mm-hmm. So if we think about the earth, we may think about fields, we may think about a mountain, we may think about a forest. And so the first thing I would tell people to see is how do they react? How do they interact with these different things? Mm-hmm. And one of the things we can see is that they're clearly there. It's something you can touch. It's something that you can, if you go into a forest, it's not just touch. You're also going to get smells. You're also going to get noises. So it's something it's a physical experience. And also it's something that you cannot move so easily. You cannot change so easily. You cannot throw a mountain easily. And the earth, you can mold it, yes, but you need work to be done on the earth. And if you work the earth, it will give you fruits. It will give you food. Mm-hmm. So I think the earth element is related to survival. It's related to our body, to our physical needs, to everything that we can touch, we can perceive with our bodies. And if we take this to a psychological level, it may imply that all of these signs that you mentioned, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, are signs that are focused, that read reality in that matter, in what do we need to survive. We need to eat, we need to have a routine, we need to organize our lives, we need to pay our bills, we need to handle money properly. So I think it's a good way to understand the earth element, to think like everything that we need in the physical world, in the mundane world, to survive. That's what I would say.
It is very interesting because when we talk about these 3 signs, again, not only sun sign, we talk about that when planet move into these 3 signs, when planet doesn't matter, moon or sun or Venus or Pluto, when they move to this sign, they will have embodied this character like an actor. They wear their clothes up. Exactly. So when the planet, no matter what they are, they move into the earth sign, move into Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. They will wear that dress to fit into their character. So this is a very interesting. So that sounds like the word you use is about survival, is about material word, and something they sometimes quite practical. I think they are quite practical.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
It's about like it's like grounded. It's real life. It's like it's not. You don't go on the clouds. You don't go on your dreams and your emotions. It's reality.
Yeah.
This is it.
The one thing I like to add in is like from where I'm from, usually for my student or for my audience, they were talking about the sun sign or everyday believing or everything in the sign, and they usually talk in a very interesting way. Every day, they like Taurus love money. But I think for professional astrologer, we need to clarify that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about material. It's not just money.
Exactly. It's about physical security.
Yeah,
and physical security in our culture today may be expressed through money, but it's not just that. It's not as simple as that, I would say.
Maybe in the ancient world, it's about a camel. How many camel you have?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And also, particularly Taurus, well, we're not going so deep into each sign now, but it's also about, it's sensual, the earth element is about experiencing things with your body. And money may allow you to do that, but it's not the end in itself, but it's because with that, you're going to be able to buy nice food, nice wine. You're going to be able to have a good medicine if you need medicine and these kinds of things. So it's all about like physical needs.
Yeah. So these three sides, we group them together because they share the principle of they focus on material, they focus on material security, and they are practical. And so this is the how we do it when we think about these three sides. The first things we will ask ourselves, they are earth element. So exactly. the key word they have is like they are practical, they are prudent, they are careful and reliable. Don't never forget. I think no one will forget is about the material approach, physical approach, and the material security. That is essential for all these three sides. The material security.
Yeah, I think so.
It's quite interesting. They have a manner of calm and the realistic. So yes. when they face the things, their mind process is usually like a practical, calm, and realistic. It is quite interesting when you work with this, because soon when we learn other planet, like how Mars behave in Taurus or how Mars behave in Virgos, you may not know, but you ask yourself first, what element they are? Is Earth. When you think about what Alejo say, it's like they are practical and based on physical experience and realistic. And so you can at least say something. It's very easy. It's a very easy way. So I think in every episode, we like to offer a little bit of exercise, So the first things we want to do is like how we go to read our chart, what planet in the Earth side, so we can learn, do the simple interpretation with it. Like Alejo, would you like to offer an example?
Yes, I would say if the people who are listening, they have their own chart and they see their own chart, they can count how many planets they have on each element.
Okay.
And then we'll try to come to a conclusion. It's of course a very basic initial analysis. It's not like but it's the first step we usually do, I think.
Oh, so what you want they to do is calculate how many planets they have in Earth sign.
Yes, I would say so. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is very interesting because it's a proportion, right? Maybe we will, in the end, I think in the end of maybe sometime we will have like our live stream podcast. We will talk about this because it related to such element balance or imbalance in your chart.
Yeah.
It's important in astrology. It's a simple but essential, to be honest. It could relate to a lot of things. Let me just leak a little bit. Let me say something very quick. Is it could be about your career too, and it has influence with people around you, how you usually meet someone else who has like a strong fire element or something. That is very interesting with the balance. But let's do the exercise with them. So how would you interpret, like for example, we already know sun, moon, and ascendant.
Yeah.
Should we start with maybe like sun in Taurus?
Okay, so sun in Taurus. So the sun, we said, is what makes you feel alive, right?
Life.
And we also said it's like your goals, what you want to become, who you want to become. So if it's in an earth sign, then these qualities that we said about being practical, about being reliable, about being grounded, they are all kind of your goals. So your goals are probably practical goals. So you're not going to dream impossible things. You're going to go to achieve possible things.
Yeah.
You would probably feel alive when you're embodied. So you will feel alive when you're experiencing things with your senses. So the sensorial sensation of the world is going to be important.
Yes.
Maybe you feel more vital if you have an ordered routine, like if you're in touch with your body's needs and your everyday routines, and also mundane physical demands.
Yeah, so that's about the sun. It's like important. It's about the life, and it's about your goal. Describe your goal or how you achieve your goal. Well, for example, how about the moon? But because they were different, sun in Earth sign, in Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, would they be different when they have a moon
in
the
different.
Earth sign?
Okay, so the difference is that the moon is a basic need. So it's something that makes us feel safe. And because it makes us feel so safe, we usually automatically activate that mechanism. And also it's kind of a gift. It's something we can do naturally. So a sun on Earth sign will strive to become orderly, will strive to be grounded.
Yes.
But the moon on an Earth sign is naturally grounded. It's naturally, it's born that way. Exactly. Yes. And also when they're in a crisis, when something is going not the way they were expecting, we go back to our moon because it's where we feel safe.
Yep.
So if you have a moon on Earth, when things are going weird, you're going to try to organize everything, to ground it, to be practical, to be specific, to be cautious, to be pragmatic. You automatically going to go there.
I think that is so important, and the most important lesson our beginner can learn. The difference between sun and moon in the Earth sign, you can read it, work on it. It's not about every time you just say, I'm Taurus, I love money. I have a sun in Taurus, I love money. I have a moon in Taurus, I love money. I have a Mars in Taurus, I love money. It's not like that. That is not the way we read the chart. Yet now you can see from Alejo's example, you have seen the sun in Earth sign are different from the moon in the Earth sign, and that is essential. You make a big step difference. Well, I think this is our today's 10 minutes astrology, and this week we talk a little bit about Earth sign. We really hope you enjoy this episode, and please like and subscribe. If you have any question or feedback, you can send us message at AOAUK on Telegram app, or email to aoa.inquiry@gmail.com. And you can also find me on Instagram, AOAUKROD, and also find Alejo on his Instagram, Liminal Cosmos. And we want to give special thanks to the music for this episode is Pablo Lopez, and also for Yvetta, who editing this video. Well, the next week we're going to talk about the water element, and the water sign, they are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So stay tuned. Bye.
Bye-bye.